Hello, today is 7/5 of 25 and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 2:30. I have had food today. So around 10:30, we went out for coffee. So I had about a cup of regular whole milk. And then I came home and I had some chia pudding that I had made yesterday. So I made that using 1 cup of Fairlife whole milk, a serving of Keto Chow core chocolate sweetened with stevia, and then 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. I needed something really quick because I had to leave in like 15 minutes. So I did that, and then I went to the gym, hence my two-colored shirt. And it was leg day today. So I did wall sit, goblet squat with calf raises, weighted walking lunges, step up. So I stepped up onto like a box, and then banded side butterflies, which I don't think that's really the name for it, but that's just what I called it. You put a band around, like it was right above my knees, laying on my side, and then my knees are bent, and I just kind of like open and shut my legs like kind of like a butterfly. And then I did 6 minutes of as many rounds as possible of reverse lunges, back bar jump squats, and monster band walks. And then I did 50 minutes of zone 3 cardio on the treadmill with an incline. So I'm home now. I'm going to need to leave here in about 10 minutes. I'm not going to eat right now, but I am going to get some electrolytes in. So I did get electrolytes in my keto chow that has like a ton of electrolytes in it. So that's great. I'm going to get some more in now that I've, kind of sweated out a lot of stuff. And then when I get back, my plan is to have pork carnitas for dinner tonight. So this is Park Street Deli brand. I really enjoy this a lot, especially just when I just need to get some protein in. So in one serving, which is 3 ounces, there's 120 calories, 6 grams of fat, 2 carbs with 2 additional sugars, like 2 added sugars, and then 15 grams of protein. And I will probably eat half of this package, so that's 2.5 servings. And I think that'll probably be all I'll eat today, except that I probably will have a second body armor just to make sure I'm getting all of my electrolytes in. So let's take a look at how my day turned out. Of my pork carnitas, I actually ate 4 servings, 4 of the packaged servings of that, and then one serving my daughter ate. So I did get quite a bit of protein in that, and I really didn't think that I would eat much more today. But then around like 7:30, I was just feeling like kind of, I want to say weak, but that's not really it. It was just like I was really, really drained and just felt like I just needed more in me. So I was going to have a quarter cup of cashews because I thought, oh, that'll give me like really good energy. It's got some protein, like it'll be great. Well, it turns out that a quarter cup of cashews has 180 calories, which is just fine, 15 fat, but it's got 9 grams of carbs and 1 gram of fiber. So that's 8 net carbs. And I just, I was really, really surprised that it has that much in cashews. I don't know. For some reason, I thought that there just weren't very many carbs in cashews. It's got 5 proteins in this quarter cup serving. So I had like 2 of them. And when I then read the package, and so then I changed to having some sunflower kernels. So this has 200 calories in a quarter cup, so the same amount. Fat is 16 grams and protein is 8 grams, which means that it's higher in protein and fat actually, but not, the fat is pretty even, but it's got more protein than the cashews. And the carbs are 6 carbs with 3 fibers. So 3 net carbs in the quarter cup. So I don't usually eat very many cashews anyway, but I was just kind of trying to like get more of a varied diet and, like it's these nuts. And so they're supposed to be like fairly good for you. Turns out my sunflower kernels are better. So I had those and I had 6 pieces of pepperoni. So this is a Member's Mark brand, uncured pepperoni. It has no added nitrates or nitrites. Got it from Sam's Club. I think it's pretty good. It reminds me of like the pepperoni that I get from like a pizza place in my hometown. So it's definitely not bad. It's not as good as the sliced pepperoni that I normally get from Fairway, from Fairway's meat counter. That is really, really good pepperoni. But this definitely isn't bad. So it's something I can eat. It has in those 6 slices, it has 150 calories, 13 grams of fat, 1 carb with 1 added sugar, and then 6 protein. And then I just needed to kind of lighten up my palate a little bit. So I had a couple blackberries, maybe like a quarter cup max of those. So that's what I've had to eat today. I ended up with about 1,500 calories. My protein is 141. My net carbs are 34 and my fat is 79. So my protein is a little lower than like my number. I want to get to like 145. But honestly, there are days where I get over 200 grams of protein. So I'm really not worried about it. And today's protein, I actually didn't have my collagen powder like I normally do, which it has 13 grams of incomplete protein, which is that number is in my numbers. And I'm okay, I have to subtract that out if I really want to see if I'm getting to my protein. I didn't have to do that today. So my numbers are just fine. As you can see, I am in quite a caloric deficit today of 1,000 calories, which I normally worry a lot about, but I've kind of decided I'm not going to do that. I think that the stress of that is worse for me than just kind of going with it, and then like maybe I'll have a couple days where I just eat more. Like I eat, maybe even in a surplus, whatever is fine. I think that it will all just kind of like even out, and I will just listen to my body, and I'll keep track of it because I have in the past listened to my body and I'm eating way too little. So it's not like I just want to be completely incognizant of what's going on, but I've just decided I'm not going to worry about it. I will just eat what my body wants. And like I said, there's usually like a couple of days a week where I am more hungry. And so I will just eat more on those days and understand that this is just how my body, for whatever reason, like needs to function. It doesn't want to have, I don't know, like as many calories as I need every day. It wants to kind of load me up on a couple of days a week. So, okay. All right. So I had a pretty good day today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.